Today we're going to compare the Hisense A6G against the Hisense U6G. The picture test comparison on this video is using the standard mode in both TVs. Now I'll be the first one to tell you that the panel choice is very important because the VA panel is going to give you better black levels or what we call contrast. And on the other hand, the IPS panels are known for better color reproduction. They're going to also give you a better viewing angle, but that comes along with a feature called blooming. I find that very interesting after doing some blooming tests that the A6Gs appear to have less ghosting around the logos, where the U6G seems to bloom a lot more even though it has full array local dimming. When it comes to the panel on the A6G, it's actually an 8-bit with 2 bits of frame rate control that equals a 10-bit, where on the other hand, the U6G has a true 10-bit panel. So overall, it's going to give you a better picture with less artifacts in it. Both TVs support Dolby Vision, HDR10, HLG. However, the U6G also supports HDR10 Plus, which is going to be great for people who have Samsung smart devices. Both of these TVs have 60 Hz panel. However, the A6G has 120 Hz for motion to smooth out action scenes and soccer games, where on the other hand, the U6G has 240 Hz motion. So that's going to do a better job in making everything look much smoother on the television. During my motion test, it looks like the A6G had some flickering in the screen compared to the U6G, which was smooth like butter in comparison to these two models. If I was to go to the store and see both of these televisions, I would be confused just looking at it first time. In fact, look at this. They have the exact same remote control that operates off Bluetooth, which is pretty cool. But if you look at this, you got the number pad, you have your navigation button, you have a home button. You also have the Google voice commands, and these TVs are powered by Android 10. What's the weather like today in San Diego?
Today in San Diego, it'll be sunny, with a forecasted high of 69 and a low of 45.
Plus you have some hotkeys at the bottom to get directly to applications. Now, whenever you look at the front of it, you can see, again, the bezels look almost identical. The border on the U6G is slightly thicker, but overall, both of these have really small frames on it. They even have the logo in the same spot. The feet look about the same. And you'll notice they're a little bit thicker because they do have direct backlights. Now, we'll tell you that you can mount either TV on the wall with a standard VESA mount. However, whenever you look at the back of the TVs, there's nothing glamorous back here. So maybe they'll fix that in a future design, make it look a lot cleaner. However, I will tell you that these televisions has all the inputs that you would definitely need to hook up just about any type of device that you own. On the back of the A6G, you're going to find 2 USB 2.0s, 1 Ethernet input, 4 HDMIs and 1 bin eARC, a coaxial antenna input, a composite input, as well as a fiber optic and 3.5mm output. Now when it comes to the U6G, it has the same connections. You get 2 USBs, a Ethernet port, 4 HDMI 2.0s with an antenna connection. There's a composite input as well as a fiber optic and headphone outputs. And both of the TVs will support your Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, plus with the Bluetooth built in, you can connect it to external devices like speakers, keyboards, and things like that. Without throwing too much jargon at you guys, a few things that really stood out to me is that the U6G was brighter and more colorful, and that's thanks to a technology called ULED, which is ultra light emitting diodes. And I have no doubt when this TV is configured with all the right color settings that you're going to get the maximum use out of it. Again, this is a comparison video. Additional to that, this TV has quantum dots, which has over 1 billion colors that makes the picture more vivid and more saturated. Okay, enough with the jargon. Next, let's do some contrast tests so we can see the black levels in both televisions. Now looking at this test, the contrast is very similar on both models, but you can see that the U6G is just edging it out just a little bit. Now this is one of my favorite contrast tests where you can see the different levels of gray, and both TVs are doing a similar job. Now on the star field, The biggest thing to stand out to me is the brightness and the stars themselves. Again, that U6G is showing that U6G is showing a much brighter picture. And here's a few more that you can check out so you can see the black levels for yourself, but keep in mind, this is a recording. Now when it comes to audio, I will tell you that both TVs sound pretty good. They do support Dolby Atmos and DTS Virtual X, plus the A series has a 7 watt by 2 amplifier and the U series has a 10 watt by 2, so it's going to be slightly louder. Now let's talk about the operating system. Both TVs have Android 10, which is a Google operating system that's going to give you access to application. If you look at the U6G, you can see that I have local dimming turned off, but you can go in here and increase the contrast levels. Addition to that, both of these TVs will work off Amazon Alexa. All you need to do is just log into the application. And there's plenty of picture profiles that you can go in here and adjust to anything you like, including theater, vivid, and more. Under the sound settings, you have all types of options, including turning your speakers off and on, configuring your Dolby Atmos. But one thing I do like about both of these TVs is that they have the lip syncing feature where you can adjust the picture to match up with your sound. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.